Hello, myself Sunil R Nair, and here basically we are talking about the topic that is earthquakes. That is 100% going to happen. So here basically the topic is currency basically. In currency basically the topic is how basically the currencies are dependency basically. Each and every currencies basically are dependent on each other basically. So in this basically we are discussing about the tomato and the potato energy basically, how basically the tomato and potato energy basically created 3 lakh planets basically, and how basically the each and every user story, for example, how basically each and every human story basically was generated. 900 crore planets basically are there, sorry, 900 human basically are there. So whenever they are eating the potato, what basically the energy is going to generate, what are the basically the uh, energies basically are going to, what are the user stories basically is going to generate, each and everything basically is going to generate basically. So here basically we are taking the example of Vadodara city basically. For example, in Vadodara city there are around 5 lakh building, assume basically, and from 5 lakh building basically around 2 lakh building people basically eaten potato and tomato basically. So one person told that basically how many basically planet basically is going to create from this basically, and which type of user stories basically are going to create it. Then he told that basically when basically they are eating tomato and potato, what are the user story basically? For example, few people basically is not having job, few people basically are struggling for job, few people basically is having job, and few people basically are creating problem to another, like this basically lots of user stories basically are ready. Few people basically are telling that basically we are having good job, we are happy. Few people are telling that basically we are having the job, but we are not happy with the current job basically. Like this each and every basically 5 lakh building basically the user stories has generated, and like this basically 2 lakh basically people 2 lakh building basically had tomato and potato basically. So for one person told that basically this has generated to around 75 planets basically. Just taking as an example, in real basically it might be anything basically. So 75 planet basically. Vadodara city basically. Currently we assume Vadodara city is moving in downside of the Earth planet. So Earth planet is moving, and basically downside basically, for example, Earth planet is moving downside to me. Currently basically where I am sitting basically it's moving downside to me basically. Assume that basically, and that dot basically is moving downside to me. Currently where basically I am sitting. So like this basically the creation basically are there. So like this the entire Earth planet is moving, and Vadodara city basically where the 5 lakh buildings basically currently still exist, and where 2 lakh planet basically 2 lakh building basically has created potato and tomato energy basically. And that time basically when the tomato basically and the potato energy was generated, that time basically the Vadodara city basically was downside of the Earth planet basically in universe. At that situation basically the energy has generated. So just see basically how direction also basically matters. Direction of Earth planet. So like this basically the direction of Earth planet also basically matters. So like this basically the direction of Earth planet also basically matters. And assume that basically today, just now basically in USA basically few earthquake basically happened, and few earthquake basically happened in Western Turkey, and last earthquake basically has happened in India, that was Nepal and India border, that was 2.5 magnitude basically. So here basically the thing is basically the earthquakes also basically are counted in the energy basically. That time basically how many earthquake basically happened. So assume currently basically around in Mumbai, in Vadodara city basically 5 lakh buildings basically are there. In from the 5 lakh building basically 2 lakh building basically generated potato and tomato energy, and Earth planet is moving in the downside of the Earth planet. Sorry, Vadodara city is basically entire Earth planet is moving downside currently basically where I am sitting, and Earth planet basically Vadodara city basically is moving at the bottom of the side basically. So Vadodara is here basically, like this basically Vadodara is moving, and entire dot basically is also moving where basically I am sitting at the downside of the entire dot basically. So one person told that basically why basically you are telling like this basically each and everything basically. The reason behind that was basically the tomato and potato basically energy which is going to generate and is going to create the set of planets basically. That basically the direction basically at the current state basically was this when it was generated as a energy basically. When it was generated as a energy basically. So here one person told that basically why basically this type of thing basically was discussed. Reason is the Earth planet matrix basically. Entire basically the dot is moving and entire dot is basically moving at the particular matrix basically. Matrix means 100 crore planet basically, 200 crore planets basically are moving. So 200 crore planets basically are moving on certain direction, right? Are moving at certain direction. Yes, 100% basically it's moving at certain direction basically. But they are basically merging with each other. They are not basically merging with each other. They are not merging basically with each other. Have you ever seen basically the as in that Earth planet is moving and 1 crore planet basically merged with Earth planet? Have you seen like that type of thing basically? That type of thing basically have you seen? Then you told that no basically this type of thing basically never happens. Reason basically behind was the matrix basically which the current universe basically is having. Current universe basically currently having the matrix basically. Due to that matrix basically Earth planet basically is generating whatever planet basically that never going to merge. Why? Because the direction basically on the direction of the Earth planet that time basically it's moving. That time basically the planet which was generated that direction basically are settled at that time only basically. So 24 hours of Earth planet, 24 hours of Earth planet, how dangerous it is basically. How dangerous it is. Few people says that we have planned 7 years plan basically. That which type of match basically is going to happen, who is going to play which type of match, how many next World Cup who is going to win. This type of each and everything basically they have planned basically. And according to that companies also planned. Like this, how many people basically are going to do job, this, that, each and everything basically they are done the plan basically. Like this basically they have done the plan basically. Like this basically they have done the plan basically. Like this basically one of the person told that in digital basically which country basically is number one. Then they told that in front of the world basically that is USA basically. In front of the world basically. But in front of the real basically USA is not basically the digitally basically. Because they are getting power supply from where basically. Few company basically says that from Tamil Nadu basically they are getting the power supply. So one of the person basically told that entire Chennai basically, then Tamil Nadu basically are handling the IT software company. Then one of the person basically told that then what the Sanskrit group are basically doing, because Sanskrit and Tamil basically are handle the whole world basically. So in next video we are going to see what Tamil groups are doing and what the Sanskrit groups are doing in India.